Okay, you guys, the first movement in this program is going to be your squat. So now, if you're still trying to work on it, we would say probably start with something more like a sit squat, where all we're doing here is just sitting down, standing up. But as you progress, you want to start working towards having something on your back. So again, using that PVC pipe or broomstick, throw that bad boy on your back. You want to have those feet just outside shoulder width apart. Now, it's going to vary person to person. Everyone's hips are built a little bit differently, but the first thing you want to do is just squeeze your butt, stay tight, keep your upper back nice and tight, pull that bar down on your back. What we're going to do, first sit the hips back and down. Nice controlled movement onto the bench here. We don't want to just plop ourselves down and then get back up. Everything nice and controlled and tight, and then put even pressure in both feet, right in that midfoot. Stand on up and extend the hips through. Sitting back and down, standing up, pushing the hips through. The whole time we're trying to keep our abs tight, flexing our hamstrings by driving a little bit through the heels, squeezing our glutes, pushing outward on the knees, and then finally pulling that bar down on our back. We want full body tension. Now if you're past this stage, you guys, we're going to move you on here. Okay guys, so we're going to talk about that first movement, which is we've gone over the sit squats with the PVC pipe on your back. Slowly if you're starting to progress, and then now we're going to go over the barbell squat. So your first setup always should be to approach from the front. You never want to come approach this way. Always want to unrack and walk backwards. Especially if you have a lot of weight on your back as you progress, it's just a lot safer this way. Make sure your safeties are on and at an appropriate height. So for me, I get pretty low. I need to adjust them. I'll make the lowest point of my squat, so that if I have to bail at any time, just dump the bar off my back and go. So, first things first, I'm going to approach from the front, get that bar centered on your back. Again, pull that bar tight onto your back, feet shoulder width apart, squeeze your glutes, push your hips back, sitting down, allow your chest to come forward slightly, and back up. Each rep, you want to maintain tension throughout your core, glutes, hips, and knees. Once you're done, you just walk forward and repeat.
So, hey guys, I'm George, and I'm gonna act as if I'm one of you guys asking questions. Brian, so tell me, if say I can't go quite that low, it feels real tight, and I'm not able to get that low. What are some things, or what are some quick fixes that could maybe possibly help me be able to get a little bit lower, or hinge better at my hips, or whatever that is?
Sure, so a common problem we see with squats is, especially if you're not used to it, you have a desk job, your hips are tight, is those heels come off the floor. That's going to actually impinge your ability to move down all the way in the squat, but also it's going to be really hard on your knees. And some people will say, squatting hurts my knees. That's part of the reasons why. So first things first is you want to address your ankle mobility. Now we're going to have a whole different segment on that. You guys should address that on the YouTube channel. But a real quick fix for that while you're in the gym is to, George's got plates for me. One of the ways to do that is to get some 5-10 pound plates, put them right where your heels would be for that squat. And once you walk back and have just your heels on the edge of those plates, what this is going to do is give you that little extra ½ inch to an inch of ankle mobility, so that you can get those knees a lot more forward and you can really sit into that hole a lot better. Again, it's going to kind of slightly change the mechanics of that a little bit, so you want to make sure that all of your weight still stays in about that midfoot. You're going to notice you might find yourself leaning forward a little bit with that weight coming forward. So really try to maintain even pressure on those heels and the toes.
So how would I shift the weight back to my heels?
So a good way to shift your weight back to your heels is be thinking about, because you'll notice if you start leaning forward in that squat, you're probably going to start doing we've been over those good mornings. You're going to start leaning forward and doing more of a good morning than a squat. So one of the best ways to do what I tell people is to actually get in, think about doing that good morning, push your back up. Push your back, not up, but back. Back, and sit your hips down more into your hamstrings, and squeeze your butt and push your hips forward out. What that's going to do is get you leaning back a little bit more, putting that weight back into your heels.
Okay. I like it.